right? And he will literally sit on my feet because he wants
Aw.
me to pick him up. And I'm like, Otis, I can't hold you and make coffee because he's two armfuls. He's a big
Right.
boy. I'm like, I can't. And he just like looks at me, purrs. And I'm like, oh my God, killing me, Smalls. He's not small. Anyway,
Um,
sorry.
that's okay. There is a strange phenomenon that started to happen. Multiple guests started getting lightheaded and feeling faint, some even passing out at the same spot during the ghost tour.
Oh
Now,
no.
way back when, like 10 years before this happened, one of the mediums that he had come to read the building, Carol Heath, had said that there was a portal to the other side in a specific spot in the hotel, and the owners knew of where it was. And when the tour guide like went to him, was like, "Listen, this is happening. It's so weird." And they took him to where it's happening. It was happening like every couple of weeks, and they were like, "This is the spot where she said the portal was." And they realized it was directly above where the morgue was. So there was some kind of like portal, and she said people that are open to it will feel it. But if you don't have that sensitivity or whatever, you're not gonna. So explain why not everyone was passing out, but there were people, and it kept on happening in the same spot, and every few weeks, but it had to be someone that could feel that was sensitive to that type of thing. But it doesn't happen anywhere else in the hotel at all, just that specific location. In 2019, archaeologists found hundreds of artifacts in the morgue, including partial human remains. There were over 400 bottles found. And they connected them, obviously, to Baker when he was running his hospital. So I don't know what he was doing there, but it's creepy. It was worse than people thought, I think. They said they think maybe he was, like, trying to perform surgeries and stuff.
Corpse medicine, Colleen.
Yeah.
Corpse medicine, which is medicine made from corpses.
He's gross. I don't like it.
Yuck. Nope.
So the manager of the ghost tours, her name's Deborah, they call her the Duchess. She says that during that time they got those artifacts, that they stirred something up. She said ever since there's been increased activity in the morgue. And shortly after they found stuff and took it out, a dark figure started to appear. And there was an increased feeling of cold spots in the room and people being touched when there was no one touching them. So she said, like, after that happened, it did something. It stirred up energy or something, and it started more paranormal activity happening in the morgue area. And that's where you end your ghost tour, is in that morgue, which is horrifying to me.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So when ghost hunters were there back in 2005, they actually caught a ghost on camera in the morgue. So there is actual footage. I'm going to go try to find it. I know, I need to try to find it. And they were like, this is like the golden like ticket of ghost hunting. Like and that's where the hotel really went crazy. Paranormal people started going there a lot from 2005 on because of that show airing, and they caught something on camera. So annually, the hotel hosts the Eureka Spring Paranormal Weekend, and it started out as one weekend a month or a year, and now they had to make it two because there's so many people that come. It became so popular. And paranormal investigators can come and do an overnight ghost hunt in the hotel. And I remember when we did the interview with I can't remember the name all of a sudden. Shoot, I should look that up.
Departed Souls Paranormal.
So it reminds me of when the Departed Souls Paranormal was talking about the online event they did, and there was places you could pay to go. Also, that you could spend the night and do the paranormal stuff at them. It's like that. I'm assuming the same idea. In 2021, during one of the weekends that were being held, they like an amateur paranormal investigator actually caught a full body apparition with the help of a laser grid on camera. The laser grid is like a ghost hunting tool that puts out dots, and where the dots aren't is where something's blocking it. And the coolest, the coolest part of this whole thing, of the fact that this happened, was where they caught the apparition was in the spot where that man sits and looks at the window waiting for that woman. So the ghost that people had seen and talked about, the ghost that people have seen and talked about before that sat in that spot that said he's sitting there waiting for the beautiful woman is the exact spot where they caught it on film. So I thought, or on camera with the laser grid, which I thought was really cool. And they're like, now there's actually proof that they're, There is something there in that spot.
Crazy.
I want to know who that guy is. I want them to communicate with him and ask who this woman was and why he was waiting for her.
Right.
And a lot of people say when you go there, if you are someone that's a little more sensitive to paranormal stuff, that you're going to feel a sense of dread and pain and loss. And that can feel really overwhelming. And it's probably why some people in that certain spot faint or feel lightheaded. It's a super overwhelming feeling. And most of it is probably coming from the fact that that doctor had that horrible hospital there and did those terrible things to people. And that's horrible. And like all that energy and pain and all that stuff was, if limestone really does absorb the electromagnetic energies, then it absorbed all those feelings those people were having when they thought they were going to be cured. Like, can you imagine having that hopefulness ripped away from you? Like, you already were diagnosed with cancer. So and especially then, your life expectancy was probably not one at all. And then you read this, so you're already like, you have no hope now. And then someone sends you this thing that gives you hope again. Says they're going to cure you. Says you don't have to have surgery. And you go there thinking you're going to have it. And you're really hopeful. And they make you feel good. And then you start to realize that it's not working. And then they put you in an insane psychiatric wing and lock you off from everyone. And then you die and your family doesn't even know it. It's horrible.
It is.
So no wonder that the bad energy and juju is stuck in that building.
Hopefully it all went on that guy, because it's like, how I'm gonna screw people over. Who should I screw over? How about I screw over people with cancer?
I know,
because there's no karma there.
And the thing that kills me is he was a millionaire before he did this. He did not need money. He was so like self-absorbed and wanted that power of like people thinking he was a doctor and thinking he could cure them. Like, I think he was like that. Maybe he had like a white knight syndrome where he wanted people to think he could save him, but also rip him off at the same time. Like, I don't know. It's awful. I can't even imagine. Like, you didn't need the money for one. And even if you did, it doesn't justify it, but it makes it even worse knowing he was already a self-made millionaire.
What I found is people who are rich, they like to be rich and they just want to be more rich.
Right.
So that's kind of like, yeah.
It's like that. How can I keep this money in? Keep coming in. I want to keep it coming in. Terrible.
Yep.
So you could go there and go on ghost tours. You can, stay in the rooms that have a lot of activity and all those things. But the hotel itself is like gorgeous. And I'm going to post pictures of it, of the inside and out, and the area around it. Like, it's a really cool place. Like, I really want to go there. In the dining room, there's 14-foot ceilings, and you see these pictures, it's beautiful. And they have all these big windows you can see out. And then there's a place called the Sky Bar Pizzeria in there that has some of the best views of the Ozarks. So you can sit there, and their pizza's voted the best in Eureka.
Crazy. I like good pizza.
I know, me too. One thing I read that I had to put in here was that you can also grab a drink in the bar, which is their signature drink. It's green, called Liquid Therapy, which is a nod to Dr. Baker. Which I was like, I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know about that.
Like, I get it's part of
Nobody
your history.
needs to give him a nod to anything. He was a jerk.
No. They should have named it after a ghost that's there or something, not him. I don't know. I was like, how do I feel about this? I get it's cool. I like the signature drink aspect and that it's a nod to something in the history, but not him. Like, he's a big asshole. And his liquid therapy is like kill people. I don't get it.
Right.
Whatever. That's not my call to make the signature drinks for a hotel, but if I did, it wouldn't be that. It would be like healing waters or something.
Yeah, right.
Because that's originally the reason why the hotel was built was because of the healing waters that were around it.
Bad mojo or bad juju or something. Bad
juju, yeah. So I think that we need to add this to our list of places that we get to go visit someday.
Yeah, we have a long list.
We do have a long list of places we want to go. Yeah. We probably should start with like the, New
York State.
England. Yeah, then maybe New England, and then we can spread out. But right now, we'll just stick to New York for visits.
Right.
Until we're rich and famous, and then we can travel wherever we want.
Right. Anywhere
we want. So that's the haunting of the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
I wasn't unfamiliar with this place.
I didn't know about it either, but I was just I looked, I have a lot of stuff on hauntings. So I was, one of the things lists I had saved was some of the most haunted hotels, and you know how I love my hauntings. So that's where I saw it, and I was like, this is fascinating. And then I read that it was once a hospital with a fake doctor. I was like, what? Like, the history is really bizarre that goes along with it. It's not just the haunting,
Right.
It's like this crazy other stuff happened. So that's it. That's all she wrote.
Awesome. Don't forget to mark your calendars for August 20th and the 21st, because we're going to be at AnchorCon, and we're going to have a live show, but only 30 people can sit. There's only be 30 chairs, so keep that in mind if you want to come see us. I'm not sure if we're going to be on Saturday or Sunday. We'll know that probably better in the future. But yeah, come and meet and greet. We're going to have a table. We're going to have merch. You can come and talk to us. It'll be fun.
It will be fun. And then you can, if you make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, we're going to be putting updates on when, all the details for AnchorCon on there. You also can follow AnchorCon on Facebook. They have a Facebook, and you can sign up for their newsletter, I believe, right through there. And you should also follow us on TikTok and YouTube, because you just should, because I said so. So there. And you can message us on Facebook or Instagram if you so please, because we'd like to hear your feedback on how we're doing. And there's other ways you can reach out to us too.
Yeah, you can send us an email at thecousinweird@gmail.com.
If you would like to support our podcast and support the work we do, and if you enjoy listening to us, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/thecousinsweird, and you can either donate one time $5, or you can donate monthly $5, and doing that you get exclusive content and exclusive things that other people don't get, and this will help us maybe upgrade equipment. It will help us be able to do maybe more in-person stuff. Also will help us just keep going, because we put a lot of time and effort into our podcast, and we super appreciate you listening. And if you wanted to support us, that makes us even happier.
Definitely. Anybody who does support us through Buy Me a Coffee, they'll get us something special mailed to them in the mail from us. So just keep that in mind.
You get a little prezi from us. You also should rate us. When you rate us on the platform, I know Apple Podcast, you can do it. I don't know. Can you rate people on Spotify? I don't think I've ever done it. If you can, I'm sorry if I've never done it.
You can. You can rate with stars, but I don't know if you can actually.
You can't do a review. Review us on Facebook. Share us. Like, you don't have to support us just like on Buy Me a Coffee and stuff. You sharing our podcast on Facebook exposing us. I always say that. I think if we're exposing ourselves, exposing us, it puts us out there to a whole set of people that maybe never heard of us before. So we really appreciate when you do that. On Facebook, every time we post an episode, it automatically pops up there. You could just push share and say, hey, you should check them out, or say something you like about us on it, and maybe your friends would want to listen too. If you have weird friends that are weird like you and I, because we know you're weird, you wouldn't be listening to us, they probably want to listen to their weirdness too. So don't just keep us a little secret to yourselves.
Sure.
There's enough of us to go around. We're plump ladies.
There is.
We're plump ladies. Girl, we got enough going around. You can share us with your friends, and then we can talk about, and we can have conversations, and we might even start a Facebook group so that you can go in there and talk about the episodes. So just, stuff for the future. We have a lot of ideas, and we really want to go, we really want to do them and make things better for the listener, because we appreciate you and we think you're awesome.
Thank you very much.
Hope you have a great week.
Stay freaky, friends.
Bye.